Check one. Screen check. Screen check. Screen check. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. I see Commissioners Holzman, Kolkmeyer, Coleman, and Mitchell. Everyone's here. Great. Happy New Year.
Good morning, Madam Chair.
Good morning.
Morning.
Okay, it is 11 a.m. and all the commissioners are present, so we'll begin the agenda meeting for today, Thursday, January 2nd. I would ask those who are participating on the call to please mute your phone unless you need to speak. Today we have 2 tariffs and new orders, but first we have to approve the minutes from the December 19th, 2024 agenda. Commissioners, are there any changes or modifications to those minutes? Hearing none. All those in favor of approving those minutes, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, those minutes are approved. The first tariff in order today is in file number GR-2024-0106 in the matter of the request of Liberty Utilities, Mid-States Natural Gas, DBA Liberty, to implement a general rate increase for natural gas service. On November 6th, the Commission issued an order in this case approving the settlement agreement that resolved all the issues. The Commission also ordered Liberty to file tariff sheets that comply with that agreement. Liberty filed compliance tariff sheets on November 20th and then filed substitute tariff sheets along with 3 new tariff sheets on December 17th. Also on December 17th, the signatories filed an amended agreement to correct 2 calculation errors that were discovered. The first error is in regards to the excess accumulated deferred income tax balances, and the second involves revisions to the weather normalization adjustment rider to transition to an annual filing process. After review, the Commission finds the amended agreement reasonable and further finds the tariff sheets as substituted comply with the amended agreement. Thus, the order before us approves the amended agreement and tariff sheets as substituted. With that, I recommend we approve the order, version number 1. Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Holzman.
I'm in support of the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
I support the order.
Commissioner Mitchell.
I support the order as well.
Thank you. All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, that order is approved. Second tariff and new order today is in file number SM-2025-0080 in the matter of the application of Confluence Rivers Utility Operating Company and United Fiber, LLC, for authority to acquire and sell certain sewer assets in Nottoway and Andrew counties. On September 4th, Confluence Rivers filed an application with the Commission requesting a CCN to acquire, own, install, construct, operate, control, manage, and maintain sewer systems in Nottoway and Andrew counties. The requested CCN would allow Confluence Rivers to acquire the sewer system assets of United Fiber's currently regulated sewer systems. United Fiber operates 9 separate systems and provides service to approximately 360 customers. Staff filed a recommendation stating it recommended the Commission approve the application subject to several conditions, including a condition that United Fiber sewer rates would remain the same for existing customers until Confluence River's next rate case. Confluence and United Fiber filed a joint response stating they did not object to staff's recommended conditions. After reviewing the application and staff's recommendation, the Commission concludes that the factors for granting a CCN to Confluence Rivers have been satisfied. Therefore, the order before us grants Confluence Rivers the CCN, subject to staff's conditions, and further grants the request for the waiver of the 60-day notice requirement. With that, I recommend we approve the order, version number 3. Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Holzman.
I'm in support of the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
I'm in support as well.
Commissioner Mitchell.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just had one quick question about this. The record indicates that all 9 of these systems are currently under an administrative order on consent with the Department of Natural Resources, and I was curious what those consent orders were all about. And I think Jim or Kurt might be in the room to explain what those are.
Yes, thanks so much. Great question, and Mr. Gately looks like is prepared to answer. So with that, Mr. Gately.
The effluent limit violations referenced in staff's memo on this are related to ammonia. All the systems that United Fiber has are violating effluent limits for ammonia. So 5 of the systems are currently under an abatement order that was issued in August of 2022. The abatement orders, generally speaking, just give more time for the facilities to come into compliance. They're another step in the process. If a system then violated that abatement order, then generally speaking, DNR might have to work with the Attorney General's office to compel compliance in another manner. All the systems, though, they're circulating sand filters. They're not designed to remove ammonia. They're going to take upgrades. And so what has happened in the past is when Confluence has bought a system where we had a existing abatement order, once they get done with closing, DNR has been willing to issue a new abatement order to Confluence, recognizing their situation of having to apply for construction permits and such. So it's generally worked pretty smooth in the past when Confluence has taken over a situation like this.
Sure, thank you. And I suspect that for ammonia, each system will need some sort of add-on treatment step that includes an activated sludge process or something similar. So
Fixed film media, our moving bed bioreactors have been used, and also I've seen like an extended aeration step added. But
Sure.
Generally speaking, trying to find the cheapest solution that happens to work with that particular situation, and what elevations they have, whether they'd have to do pumping, a lot of site-specific considerations that I've seen small systems receive a variety of upgrades over the past 15, 20 years.
Sure. And I suspect since all of the sites are remote from one another, this would be 9 separate add-on systems instead of one to aggregate them all. But that having been said, this is another kind of example of small systems that need a significant investment to come into compliance with their discharge permits, and this is likely to again result in some significant increases in rates for the ratepayers, but not uncommon to be driven by their NPDES permits. So thank you for the explanation. That helps me, and I support the order.
Thank you, Mr. Gately. Thank you, Commissioner Mitchell. Is there any further discussion of the commission? Hearing none. All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, that order is approved. Last on the agenda today is scheduling. We will have agenda at 11 a.m. on Wednesday, January 8th, Wednesday, January 15th, Thursday, January 23rd, and Wednesday, January 29th. We will also have local public hearings in case ER-2024-0319 in the matter of Union Electric DBA Ameren Missouri's tariffs to adjust revenues for electric service with Judge Clark Tuesday, January 21st through Monday, January 27th, and the locations are as follows. Tuesday, January 21st at 6 p.m. at the Osage Center in Cape Girardeau. Wednesday, January 22nd at 12 noon at the St. Charles County Administration Building. Wednesday, January 22nd at 6 p.m. at St. Louis Community College Forest Park Student Center Cafeteria. Thursday, January 23rd, here at 12 noon in the Governor's Office Building in Hearing Room 310. Thursday, January 23rd, 6 p.m. WebEx only. Friday, January 24th, 12 noon, WebEx only. And then Monday, January 27th at 12 noon at the Sunset Hills City Council Chambers in St. Louis. Commissioners, are there any changes or modifications to the schedule?
Madam Chair, I just have a question for you.
Go ahead.
We know we've got some weather coming in the next couple of days here in Kansas City. They're calling for 4 to 8, maybe up to 12 inches of snow. The month of January and February, it's kind of unpredictable. What would be the course of action in the event that, a snowstorm were to happen or ice storm were to happen for the LPHs? Will we have a time in advance that we would determine that the roads are unsafe for travel for the public to attend?
That's a great question. I don't know the answer. I know that typically we use the OA hazardous weather travel policy, but in regards to the local public hearings, I'm not sure. Judge DePel.
A lot of the locations, it will depend. If they're public locations, then we would go with when those facilities are closed, or as the chair stated, if OA were to implement the hazardous travel policy and so forth. But as far as a specific time, I mean, it's kind of a case-by-case basis, and then we would publicize it through media and so forth. I believe maybe once or twice we have had weather interference with some local public hearings. Obviously, we're not going to want staff and company employees and others to take off toward a snowstorm if we can avoid it, so.
Thank you, Judge DePel.
All right, thank you very much.
Any other questions? Thank you for asking that. Hearing none. First meeting of the new year is adjourned. Thank you all so much. Have a
Madam
good,
Chair.
Madam Chair.
Happy New Year
thank
all.
you.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.